All right.
Okay, good morning, everybody. And today is Friday, July 9th. And we're actually at the beginning of something interesting, so we're going to talk about that. The slaughterhouse of failure is not in our destiny. We shall persevere until we succeed. Og Mandino, it's modified, but that's basically a mantra. Today we're going to talk about luck. What is luck? You know, people say, oh, you know, Elon Musk and Steve Bezos and Steve Jobs and Richard Branson. My God, these guys are so lucky. Really? What do they have in common? What is luck? Luck is where opportunity meets preparation. So what's an opportunity? Ideally, it's to have something no one else has and run with it. We have constant opportunities in our lives, lots. Generally, they cross us all the time, but we're either not mentally prepared or physically prepared or financially prepared or whatever it is. So the opportunities kind of go past us and we don't look at it until it's too late. So in our business, we've actually got opportunities that come periodically, a couple of times a year even. And if we don't seize it, we lose that opportunity. For example, we just had an opportunity with collagen. How many of us really took advantage of the collagen launch, which is an amazing product? We've now got one, Meta, that's what we're going to talk about. So, you know, it's being in the market at the right time with the right product. And this is what we're going to mention a little bit about this particular opportunity. And I'll just make a little parenthesis without going on too long. And when TR90 came about years ago, I wasn't very switched on. I'm still not, but I wasn't very switched on then either. And TR90 came along, but I did realize the importance of the demand that there was out there for the product. And just by telling the team to, you know, really get into it, I got really lucky because the opportunity came and I was prepared. And honestly, in that 1 month, I made like 4 times my income during 4 times my average income. And it was just one big boost of TR90. So I just want to, you know, mention that we've got something absolutely unique, exclusive, patented, and we've got the opportunity to really do it. We've got to feel fantastically strong about it. Dan?
I'd like to say that, you know, you said you got lucky with TR90 and it had nothing to do with luck. It had to do with seeing the opportunity and then seizing the opportunity through yourself and through your team. And, you know, every single success that I've had has been because I saw an opportunity and I acted on that opportunity and did what I needed to do to make sure that I took advantage of that opportunity, right? If you have an opportunity and you don't take advantage of it, you're wasting your time. If you're not doing the steps that you need to get where you need to ultimately be, it doesn't matter how hard you row the boat if it's going in the wrong direction, right? But I'd like to first start the call, because Lawrence missed it, with his little saying, the slaughterhouse of failure is not in our destiny. We shall persevere until we succeed. Og Mandino, a little bit modified. So that's why we do these calls together, because sometimes we forget things. But as Lawrence said, we have a huge opportunity with Meta. I've been doing this for 3.5, 4 years. I'm super excited about this product because I think it can help a lot of people. And if we do it right, if we prepare, if we utilize the tools that Nu Skin Pharmanex has given us to work this during the pre-launch to get folks excited about it, which is what I'm going to focus my next 5 days on until the 13th, is getting the awareness out there to everybody on my team, getting the awareness out there to everybody that has a subscription with me, getting the awareness out there to the physicians so that they can promote it, right? And take advantage of these initial credits that we're given to get product. You know, think a little bit differently about this. We can do the same thing that we've been doing with some of the social media stuff. You know, even though it comes in a kit of 3, we can still break it up and sell it by 1 bottle, right? So you can get 3 new customers off of 1 purchase potentially. And Lawrence has some statistics on that. But I wanted to show you guys a quick video. You know, when talking about the tools, we have a lot of tools available to us for social media, for, you know, popping into emails and things like that. And so here's one of those videos, and it's about 45 seconds long, and I think it's a great teaser. Awesome. So that's a great video to utilize. You can find that on SmugMug. Just do a search for Nu Skin SmugMug. Go under North America, and there's a whole folder in there on Meta. So Lawrence texted me in the chat there that I had something visible on my incisor when I smiled, and I just wanted everybody to know that that was a blueberry. So I'm getting my anthocyanins in through blueberries because I don't have access to Meta yet. So thanks for pointing that out, Lawrence. I took care of it.
Sorry.
You didn't quite take care of it yet, Dan.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to smile for the rest of the call then. Sorry, I just ate breakfast before the call. Anyway, go ahead, Lawrence.
So anyway, we have something that we've got to, first of all, again, it's to do with mindset. What have we got? We've got something spectacular. We've got something really, really good. Unique, patented. There are 4 published papers before the launch is even there. It's unique, patented, exclusive, backed by a company with 38 years experience, 75 full-time employed scientists. Here we've got a really, really unique opportunity again. And now we can, because we can prepare, we should have been preparing for it, but we can still prepare. The unofficial launch is the 13th. The official launch will be in September. But now's the time to actually get everybody that we can think of to try the product, to use it. And, you know, yesterday I was just strolling through my iPhone and I just would ask everybody, just for the hell of it, get into your contact list and see how many contacts you've got. Just check it. And I can assure you that even somebody who's a stay-at-home mom will have probably 2,000 contacts in her phone, depending on the age. But so it's a question now of looking and saying, listen, I want to share something with you, which is really phenomenal. You know, we've got this unique opportunity of trying something that is breakthrough technology, and we have it. You know, it's based on what I mentioned, the scientists and the company that we have. So it's really, really worthwhile to start getting excited, not to be excited about what we have, and to start offering it to as many people as possible. And then we can look at what the numbers mean. So, for example, I want to see if I can just put this up here. It's not going to do. Okay, so I'll just do it this way. So if we think about it, we've each got codes, whether you're a brand rep or you're a Lapis or Ruby or whatever you have attained. If you have 5 codes, each code is worth 5 codes are 250 points each code. By 5 codes is 1,250 points. So if you're actually able to place 5 codes, that's the equivalent of 1,250 points. That's an LOI for somebody, and it's a free LumiSpa. If you get 5 people to do 5 codes, that's 25 codes at 250 points per code. That's 6,250 points. That's a brand rep. So how many brand reps do we want? How many do you want? So, if you pre-sell one meta per person for 3 months, which is what we're trying to do with the 250 points, it's $297, I think. That's $99 per month. And this is the way to do that, is to make the people raving fans of what the product is. If they try it and they love it, they will be raving fans. And by September, the business will absolutely rocket. But we've got to, first of all, be excited ourselves about what this is. This is really exciting. Talk about metabolism. Look in the mirror. I look in the mirror and I'm absolutely bloody horrified. Terrible. And I'm saying, oh my gosh. And yet I, theoretically eat healthy, but no, we don't. We actually cheat like hell, most of us. 1 in 8 is metabolically sound, is healthy. That's a terrible statistic. So I see more than 8 people here. So more than one of us is healthy, maybe, but most of us are not. So think about that. And just the excitement of what we have. That is the opportunity. And this is where luck comes into it.
I really like the tagline that Nu Skin Pharmanex put out for this. If you haven't seen it, it's been in a couple of emails. You have 90 days to make a meta difference, right? And so how are we preparing for that? Lawrence said in the very beginning, I'm looking for exactly what he said, where opportunity meets preparation. How are we preparing for this to take advantage of this opportunity? One of the things that I do on a daily basis is every contact that I have, I tag them in the CRM in Close. So I have tags for optometrists. I have tags for people that are on subscriptions of product. I have tags people that have bought stuff through social media. I have tags through people that buy skincare, multiple tags for different people. So if I've got something that I want to promote, I can go into my CRM. I can do it 1 or 2 or 3 simple tags, and I've got 2, 3, 4, 500 people that I can send out an email to at the touch of a button, and it makes it look like it's going out to each of them individually. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 days, is to really think about how I'm going to approach this with people that have subscriptions, people that may be doctors that have scanners, whether it's an optometrist or an internal medicine doc or whoever it may be. How am I going to promote this to them? How am I going to get across to them the importance of this product and how it can help their patients, right? And then moving past the preview, what are we going to do in those next 60 to 90 days that's going to make a difference when we have full launch of the product, right? So you have to think about this kind of in 2 phases. The pre-launch phase, we want to get rid of as many codes as we possibly can to get the most exposure to this opportunity. And then we need to think about it a little bit more long-term of how we're going to approach this when the full launch comes out. And so I'm really excited about this because I think I've put, and I know some of you too, have put in the work to create that preparation, that luck to be successful with this opportunity. And so it's just, like I said, it's now, it doesn't matter how much work you do if you're not headed in the right direction. So all of this work that we do on a daily basis that may seem menial, that may seem like it's not important, is important when we come to points like this where we're going to take advantage of opportunity, right? Because that's where it all comes together to help us to come full circle and put everything together to help us be successful.
Yeah, and I think what's important also, in our own volumes in genealogy, we have a little envelope on the right-hand side, and that envelope is an email. and you can actually send everybody in your team an email about what this is about. But don't just send one. Just say, for example, I've got something really important for you to look at tomorrow. Stay tuned. And kind of, like create the expectation, as it were, for the person to open the email again tomorrow, and then talk about what we have. And I'm going to try and put something in the chat here, which is just a product information page. I hope I can get it in. Yeah, I don't know if it is, but let's see. So that is the product information page. If we're talking to a doctor or something, we're talking about the science. Remember, doctors get bombarded. I say doctors, healthcare practitioners get bombarded with lots and lots of information. We spoke to a doctor earlier this week, and he said, this, when we told him what we had, and he said, there's so much stuff out there. I don't even know what's right anymore. There's so much fake stuff. I don't know, and blah, blah, and blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, let's look at that. That's why I make a point of saying 5A1 rated company, 75 scientists, among the 100 most trustworthy mid-cap companies in the US. These are things that help give us credibility. Otherwise, we're just one product and anybody else's, like anybody else has got a product. So it's the excitement which we feel in our voices when we talk about something that we've got that's unique, it's exclusive, thanks to 7 years of research. Some companies don't even do research. They just buy a private label, don't even know what the hell's in it. So we've really got an opportunity right now to make some huge difference to a lot of people with their health, starting with ourselves. And oh, by the way, if you want to make some money, let's do it.
Yeah. So, when it comes to preparation, I just want to make sure that everybody's aware and prepared for this pre-launch. So sharing starts July 11th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Then the preview begins July 13th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That preview then ends on July 20th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So Meta is going to be available in a 3-pack during the sharing and preview period. Brand Rep Plus can get share up to 5 3-packs. Ruby Plus can share up to 20 3-packs. And for those who earn extra product to share, by getting rid of all of the allotment that you initially have, your account will be updated after 48 hours on July 15th. You must sell all of your product shares before July 15th at 10 a.m. to qualify for the additional product shares. And as always, this is while supplies last. So that's good information to know. So, you don't really need to think about it too much. You just need to say, I have 5 or I've got 20. How am I going to get rid of all of those so that I can get more if I need them? Right? And then how am I going to get rid of those extra 5 or 20? So put a plan together. You should be spending your entire weekend this weekend when you're not doing something with your families or doing something healthy, preparing to get rid of the allotment that you're going to get on Tuesday, right? And you want to create that sense of urgency. You want to let people know that you only have access to a limited number and it's not going to be available again until the fall, right? Or September, whatever you want to say. I'm saying fall because that's kind of arbitrary. So create that sense of excitement. Tell them that you're going to put them on the list. Tell them how they're going to have to pay you. Decide whether or not they want 1 or they want 3, how you're going to break it up, what you're going to charge them for an individual bottle, or, obviously we know what we're going to charge for the 3-pack. So get a game plan together. Make sure you know what you're doing. Start pre-selling it today. I posted a social media post on my social media this morning, and then I'm going to be spending this afternoon sending it out to everybody that I have in my contact list, just to make sure that everybody's aware and knows that there's a time crunch on this.
So invest in your health. Invest in your health. I think that's something that we should be thinking about with this. And what you're saying, Dan, I totally spend your time right now, the next few days, really, really focus on this, because it's not just to the one person, it's not just to the person we're talking to, but the person's sphere of influence, his partner, her partner, the father, the mother, the cousin, whoever. There are a lot of people that you could say, well, who else might be interested in this? Because it's about their health. It's about our health. And I'll just say this, there's nothing more frustrating, well, it probably is, but one of the very frustrating things there is when you try and do something finally, and it's no longer available. Or you want to go somewhere and you can't go anymore. And when that's taken away from you because it's not there, then you say, oh, geez, I wish I had, or should have, would have. Well, there's no excuse. No excuse. Right now, you can, you should, you must do whatever you want to do right now, whatever you really want to do. If you want to progress in your business, you want to progress with your finances, this is an opportunity. This is really, really an excellent opportunity, because it's not just another cream. It's not just another something. This is something special. It's really, really special. And it works. And 4 published papers before it even goes to launch. Who the hell has that?
Yeah, this is exciting, guys. If you're not excited by this, I don't know. I don't know what's going to get you excited, because this is the most exciting product I've been involved with. I think like I said, there's a lot of opportunity to help a lot of people. We can help 7 out of 8 people increase their metabolic health.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, that's
Michael,
a good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to say something, guys. If you haven't been paying attention over the past 6 or 7 years about what's going on in the news that's coming out about how closely related our gut is to our brain and our entire body, this is something, there's nothing like this that's going to address that problem. And that's one part of it. So we're in the right place at the right time. The four studies, or you can look them up on PubMed at the NIH website. There's no other product like this. Now, when collagen launched last year, about half the ones that I sold to remain on products, collagen subscriptions. And I didn't really push that as hard as I could have. I've learned from that. But you know what? I just did the math. I'm typically at 35 or 40% in my personal group. And if I get this out there, 6 of these kits, that's enough for 18 people. You know what that's worth over time? Those kits, if I get 18 people on a collagen subscription, first of all, that's going to raise me or you. If you're just getting 2,000 points, that's going to bump you up to 3,000, 4,005 or more. But those 18 people over is $2,400 times 40%. That's $960 a month times 12 months is $11,520. Over 10 years, 18 people on a subscription of this product is worth $115,200 to you, roughly. That's the rough math about this. And it is something that people are looking for. There's nothing else like this on the market. There's going to be copiers, 100%, because we created this. But you know what? Nobody can copy our proprietary blend and be as good and as effective as our product. So we're the first to market with something like this. You've got to take advantage of this. And this is what this call's about. Luck, preparation, meeting the circumstances. So great call, guys.
Awesome. All right, Lawrence, do you have anything else to share? We're at half an hour here. It's
Anybody
almost
got
10
anything
o'clock.
to add? Thank you. Anybody got anything to add, or anybody want to comment about something? It's a democracy.
Michael and I have another call we need to jump on, but thanks,
All right.
everybody. Have a great weekend. Get your preparation done to make this launch a success for you. If you need anything, reach out to anybody on the team. We're happy to help in any way possible. Deb Hotnaka put together, I'll share it with you quick. If you didn't see it on Facebook, she put together a great little pre-launch meta flyer. I'm going to drop it into the chat right now, and I'll give you a second to pull that off of there. But thanks, Deb, for doing that. She posted it in HCA. And now you guys have access to it because she was wonderful enough to share it. So pull that out really quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. It's great to be back from vacation and back to work on this Meta launch that's coming up. I'm super excited about it. And, we have a few more weeks also to get folks invited to the forum out in Utah, July 28th to the 30th. So, don't discount anybody out in the Midwest or the West that you might still be able to get to that meeting. It's going to be fantastic. So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Lawrence, thank you as always. Michael, thanks you for your comments.
Thanks.
We'll see everybody next week.
Dan.
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Dan. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day, guys.
Happy
Thanks.
selling.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.